Today, vows and words are oftentimes easily broken in our present society. And many times, we need reminders to remember solemn occasions and important events in our lives. Today, both Carmen and Jed have chosen to exchange rings in honor and memory to memorialize this sacred occasion here in this church house. This is a beautiful method. It is a visible sign to express an invisible and intangible reality. The Scripture gives us vivid illustrations of the signs that God oftentimes gave His people. One of those most predominant signs was when God made a covenant with Noah, and He placed a rainbow in the sky as a token. And here's what God said: I'm giving you a sign as evidence of my eternal covenant. Now, God did not need to be reminded of His covenants. Though oftentimes, maybe you have found like me, I want to remind God of what He told me, as if God would forget. God does not forget. He gave Noah a sign so Noah would remember. In our earthly humanity, we oftentimes forget. But God said, I'm making a covenant with you, and I want you to remember. And this is a sign, God told Noah, and a promise to you and to all of the earth, that when you see the rainbow, remember my covenant with you. And this promise was a permanent and is a permanent, not just promise, but covenant that was made by God never to destroy the earth with a flood again. It is from this illustration and others that are contained in the Scripture that we learn that reminders are good for us, and promises that we make today, perhaps we will need to be reminded of. Today you've chosen tokens as evidence and reminders of the vows and pledges that you've made today. You've chosen rings of this marriage covenant. These rings are made of precious and enduring metal, which so fittingly today ties and reminds us of the ties that bind a husband and wife. A ring is an endless circle and will continue between you both until you are separated by death.